Hello, Chandra.
Hi Shweta.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Chandra.
morning. Good morning, Shweta. My name is Chandrasekhar. Today I am going to present a topic called substitution variables. Let me present my screen once again. Uh, is it screen visible to you all?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Chandra.
Yeah, just a minute.
Do you have any PPT?
Yes, I have my substitution variables PPT with me.
Okay, please
Uh,
do that.
so is it visible my VM right now? So this is my PPT. So topic called substitution variables. Substitution variables definition is like substitution variables is a global placeholder which is replaces the date-to-date or year-to-year uh, content in FCCS application. So let's get into next slide, where the substitution variables are using in following artifacts. First one is data facts, data forms, RTP, I mean runtime prompts, business rules, smart view. These are the four artifacts the substitution variables are used. So next slide. First one is how to create a substitution variables in following use cases. In use case one, substitution variable creating for monthly basis because user wants to create consolidation monthly wise. So let's get into application once again. So after given login credentials of EPM application, uh, this will be arrived, and then go to tools, click on variables card. Here we will see user variables, and then second tab is substitution variables. Click on substitution variables. So here some of the predefined substitution variables are there. So for monthly basis, for time being, I have created a monthly basis substitution variable for as per PPT. I have given the June month because user wants to create for the June month. So I have created it for current month, and then value is June. Then in user case, in PPT user case 2, user wants to run the consolidation yearly wise. So that I have created uh, yearly wise uh, substitution variable for FY20. So for that, I have created one user variable. I mean, sorry, substitution variable as given name as current year, and then given the value as FY20. So the creation part is completed here. Next, get into how substitution variables are using in data form. In this use case one, here clearly mentioned that accounts dimension take it in rows, and then substitution variable of year, and then dimensions, period dimensions in column. So for this, I'm going to create one form in FCCS application. So go to application once again, click on navigation. So click on forms under create and manage. For time being, I have created one data entry form, data entry folder. Here I have created two forms. One is substitution variable testing, and then substitution variable testing 2. So here click on substitution variable testing 2, click on OK. So edit the layout first. So I have given the POV as a scenario as actual, view as a periodic view, and then currency as entity currency. Entity is a USA I have taken in North America. Movement is a no movement, and then remaining will be take it as a default ones. So click on OK, and then I have taken account dimension in rows column as specified in the presentation, and then year and then period take it as in columns row. So for descendants of accounts in row, I have taken FCCS total assets by editing this. So click on balance sheet. Click on balance sheet total asset approach. Click on total assets. First, need to remove this. Then click on assets, total assets. Click on FX. Click on descendants in corporation, means including. So click on OK. Here I have selected total assets, descendants, and then as well as for total liabilities and equity, I have taken I descendants. So here for columns, for period, I'm going to take it as a substitution variable. So click on edit and then comes to variable tab here. Go to the substitution variable. I have created the month where current month as a substitution variable. So I'm take it as my substitution variable for a period. So click on and add to this side. Click on OK. Here we can see this ampersand current month as a substitution variable for my period. So same as period, I need to take it here also substitution variable. So for that, click on edit. So go to the variables once again, and then click on substitution variables under variables. So here I have current year as a substitution variable. I'm going to take it as my substitution variable for particular this slide. Click on current year and then add. Now it shows as a ampersand current year. So both the substitutions variables take it as for period and then current year, what the presentation said. So in case 2, first one, use case 1 is completed. Here use case 2, hard code the year and then period dimensions in another column along with the case 1. So next go to the navigation once again. Here we have selected for the substitution variables. Now in use case 2, we need to give hard code. Hard code in the sense we need to give the manual and then natural members. For that, we need to add one more column and then click on this A. So add column. Here we get one column. So edit that. So for that, I'm going to take it as March for my period. So first remove this and then March add to that side. Click on OK. And then for year, I'm going to take it as a FY22 as my year. So FY22 as my year here. First remove the substitution variable over. Then click on FY22, add to the pivot. So here I have taken substitution variables in one column and then another column as a hard code, take it as a natural members. So let's get into the PPT once again. Here preview the data for by changing substitution variable June to July. So first we need to change this, I mean save this form. After that preview this form because we need to differentiate the substitution variable as well as the hard coded one, because June we have taken as per the consideration of user June as a monthly basis and then FY20 as a substitution variable as FY20 as here. And then this one is hard code. We have taken natural members March as a month and then here I need to select once again here. Click on edit once again. Click on FY22, add. So click OK. Here we can see the year FY22. Save and see the preview. Here June is the substitution variables and March is the hard coded one. So for that, let's get into our PPT. So here there is a change in substitution variable. We need to change June to July of that particular substitution variable. So for that, we need to go into once again for variables. So finish this once again, close this, go to variables once again. under substitution variables. For month, in presentation, we need to change June to July. July and then FY20. Click on save. So click OK. Okay. Once again, go to forms for preview the application. Data form once again. So click on substitution testing to edit it once again. So edit the layout once again. So current month and then current year, we need to preview this. Here you can see the July month changed from June. So we have changed June to July. So this way forms we can edit the substitution variables by edit the substitution variables as a global placeholders. So next get into the presentation once again. Here data forms is completed, and then here substitution variables and runtime prompts. First one is can we pass substitution variables as a value in prompt? Yes, we can pass the runtime prompt because runtime prompt means the prompt which is occurs runtime while we run the business rules dynamically. So which is means the runtime prompts will be changes the artifacts by adding the new rules over there. So for user requirement is here, how can user select only the prompt value? For this, we need to default the value assigned to substitution variable. If the consolidation to run in the month of June, which is month passed in substitution variable. For that, we need to create runtime prompts. So let's get into application once again by closing this. So go to navigation once again. So click on rules under create and manager. So we landed here as a calculation manager in separate pop-up. So maximize it. Here we can see the system view as a tab. So we can see the application what I have created at the time of business process creation. Click on actions. Here we need to create for RTP, I mean runtime prompts. We need to click on variable designer. So you can see here variable designer, and then left side there is a EPM cloud in pan. Click on global here, and then we need to see the some separate columns in right side planner. So for that we need to create new runtime prompt. So click on actions, click on new. So you can see here property. So scope is global, name is I'm giving to RTP underscore year. For year I'm going to create it. So for a type of this RTP runtime type is going to select as a member. So here we can see some of the panes for selecting the RTP activation. So here select the dimension, because here I have selected a runtime prompt for a year. So we want to activate this runtime by checking this. After checking this, after enabling this RTP check, so we need to give some limitations as well as defaults in this runtime years. So that for I'm giving here ampersand current as a limit, and default value also current month as a default value. So here we will need to give the RTP text, means runtime prompt text, to specify the runtime coding. So here I'm giving to please enter the year as the coding. So all are get ready. So click on save here. So our variable is runtime variable is created RTP year, and then click on refresh. Once again, I'm going to create a runtime prompt for month also. So here give the RTP as a month. So month, and then type is a member, because only we have to give member only. So the properties and then another panes are selected here. So for this period dimension, we need to select because all the months included in period as a hierarchy. So get enable this RTP checkbox for activating these rules. So I'm going to give the limitations for that ampersand current year as a limit, as well as default value as current year also. So both are year because we defining this runtime prompt for a period only. So here I'm giving the rule for runtime prompt. Enter the year once again. So save this rule. Here are two variables are created. So refresh, and then now we are assigning this runtime prompts to our business rules. For this, go to the system view once again, click on application, click on console once again. Here we can see the rules. These are all the predefined rules which is already created by FCCS predefinedly. So for this, I'm going to create one rule for defining the prompts. So click on rules and then go to the action menu, new objective. So one pop-up will be arrived here like application type, application name, cube, console, object type is a rule, and then name is custom rule 3. So click on OK. So pop-up will be custom rule is created and open for editing. So we are going to edit this custom rule 3. So for this, we need to give some syntax codings here. For that, I have a given fix open braces, yes, and then I give one more and fix. So closing that some braces. So let's get into our presentation first. So here, next slide. We need to queue hard coding for runtime prompts to apply the business rule of that runtime prompts. So for hard coding, first one I'm going to give Zoom, copy this and then go to the application once again. So paste it here over. So and then I'm going to paste this for next purpose, copy it. So paste it here. So edit this and then go to presentation using substitution variable for current month, created month, because you need to give the month. So I'm going to give ampersand current month here, close this brace and fix. And then again, once again, we need to give runtime prompts here. So if I go to the presentation once again using the RTP created for month with the substitution variable. So I'm going to give flower braces and then RTP underscore month here. And then we are also give the year runtime prompts also here. So put comma here and then again open the open braces. Click RTP underscore year. That's the thing we need to give syntax coding here. For running this syntax error without any syntax coding without any errors, we need to give some specifications underscore and then star here. After that, we need to end this coding here. Sorry. So RTP would be separately defined here and then difference but with the substitution variables. So in this slide, we need to differentiate between substitution variables as well as runtime prompts. We need to prefer runtime prompts other than substitution variables for business rules over here. So all the syntax is completed here. Click on save. By save option is there. Custom rule is save. For testing for errors is there. For that we need to select this validate button. It's going to be validate whether it is any errors is there or not. So here there is no errors in our syntax coding, so that we need to deploy the this business runtime prompts to our business rules. Here you can see this runtime business rules added here, right? So for that we need to deploy. So go to actions menu, go to deploy, click on that. So deployment would be showing here. So deployment was successful. Let's get into our presentation once again. Go to the next slide. Here substitution variables are in smart view. So let's check this runtime prompts added to this custom rule in our business rules. For that we need to go to the application once again, click on navigation, click on rules tab, rules cluster, and then dashboards. So here there is a custom rule. So sorry, we need to refresh first entire application overview. So go to action menu, refresh the entire database, refresh the database going to be refreshed once again. So for this it will take 2 minutes of time. Run in background, close this, then okay. So once again open the application, go to the tools card here. Just a minute, it's going to be updated here. Meantime, I'll explaining about how user variables using in Smart View. Smart View, can you show me how to insert substitution variables in report created ad hoc analysis? Ad hoc analysis use this same design of the as per use case slide 4. So for this purpose of Smart View, we need to go to the forms once again for editing the form. Click on library, click on data entry, click on our required form substitution testing to edit once again. Layout is there, edit it once again. I'm going to remove this column because for our purpose of Smart View purpose, we need to delete this column, save it, form is saved, preview it once again. So here only our hard code month is there and year is there. Finish this tab and then here open the new ad hoc form. So click on this Excel, open the blank workbook. So click on Smart View. So click on panel. So we need to get into the shared connections. Shared connections. So give the login credentials for our Smart View. EPM underscore default. So select the EPM cloud. Here our URL is there, IP 192.168.56 URL is there. Click on that, click on our application what created, and then go to the library. Click on data entry, click on substitution testing. So first of all, we need to select some changes is there in, so remove this suppression missing blocks. Okay. And then now click on substitution testing 2, click on ad hoc analysis. Ad hoc analysis. Here our application as presented here. For this, we need to get into insert our substitution variables in our smart view form. So for that, need to enter ampersand current month, and then in next cell ampersand current. Go to the next cell and then click on hit refresh. Here you can see our substitution variable FI20, because we are using the substitution variable for FI20, and then month is July as per requirement of the client. So let's get into our presentation, and then here use case is there. So present the report by changing substitution variable values from June to Jan and FI20 to FI21. So in our dimension, we need to change this June month to Jan month, and then year was FI20 to FI21. So for that, we need to go to the application once again. So click on tools, click on variables once again, go to the substitution variables. So here we need to change the July to January month, and then FI20 year to FI21. So click on save. Records are saved successfully. So here we need to go to the smart view once again. So hit on refresh, it won't come, but we need to give once again the substitution values here. Click on sub ampersand current month, and then for year current year. So hit refresh once again. Here you can the changes January and then FI22 as per my presentation. Here I have changed FI20 to FI21, June to January. So you can see here July to January, FI20 to FI21. By this way, we can enter the or edit the data in Smart View. So next, get into our presentation once again. Here last time. In this topic, we have concluded by entering the substitution variables in data forms, how to create runtime prompts, and then how to assign the runtime prompts to business rules, and then how to apply the substitution variables to Smart View. So this is all about my presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chandra. Thank you for your presentation.